There's so much drama that like I wish this was over. Start reading books that I've been avoiding more. Hello. I am reading 2 books today that I've been avoiding, kind of. I don't really know how to explain that I've been avoiding a book because nobody's making me read these books except for, I don't know, I guess a voice in my head that's like, you should read this book. Specifically, one that I know I've actively been avoiding is Yellowface by R.F. Kuang, because I have like mixed thoughts on her as an author. So I read The Poppy War and I really liked it. And then I read Babel, and I didn't have a great experience with that book, but I think it's because I went in with a completely wrong mindset. I thought it was like a fantasy book. It has aspects of fantasy, but all of her books are rooted in like reality. I hope that makes sense. Oh my gosh. I'm not sure how I feel about her books in general, so that's why I've been avoiding this one. I don't know, all of a sudden I'm now excited to read this book, which I guess is good because I'm going to in this video. And then the other one is Beartown by Frederick Bachman, which is so funny because this is like, I got this from my library. This isn't even on my TBR really, but I feel like I hear so many people talk about this book and they're like, oh, it's so amazing. Oh, like you're gonna love it kind of thing. And I just, for the longest time, could not understand or see myself caring about a small town that only cares about hockey. But let me just tell you, I've listened to, I think 3 chapters on Spotify, and I already like this book a lot. So I don't know why I was scared of this. Frederick Bachman is like really known for being an amazing author. So I also think that my mindset for both of these books was different a while ago because fantasy is my favorite genre and I read so much fantasy that sometimes it takes a lot for me to get into fiction books or just literary fiction books in general because I just can't seem to find a reason to care about these characters or this setting. But I'm in this phase at the moment where I really am not into fantasy because I feel like every fantasy that I'm reading is like merging into one. Like they're all so similar and it's really aggravating me. So I kind of want to go through a literary fiction phase, and I think that these 2 books are great places to start. So I feel like the title may be misleading, like saying I've been avoiding these because I think they're going to be bad, but I actually think that these are perfect books for the mindset that I'm in right now. Read until page 105 in Beartown. I feel so stupid. Like this is one of those books that's really popular for a reason. Isn't that crazy? A popular book is actually good. I love this book so far. Crazy. I'm just barely 100 pages in. Also, that like the whole theme being like, it's not just about hockey. He's so right. It's about how hockey affects everybody and like, it's so interesting. I'm like really astonished that I would be so interested in a small town that only has hockey going for it really, but I'm hooked. There's so much drama. This is small town drama and I think that's why I love it. That's my update for now and I'm so excited to keep reading this tomorrow.
Ed is hunting through the kitchen cupboards in search of painkillers. She goes back to bed feeling fever. Page 165 in Beartown today. I didn't read as much as I would like, but it's because I started reading too late, which is my own fault.
I am still really loving this book. Like, I can't really see at any point that I would stop liking it, which is great so far. Something that's kind of cracking me up, but also not, is like the end of almost every chapter is so ominous. Like, or actually no, it's getting increasingly more ominous as like the book goes on, because basically the beginning of the book tells you how the book is gonna end. So then the entire book is making all the pieces fall in place, which I love, especially because I think Frederick Bachman is just doing it in such an amazing way. But I never in my life would think I would be so invested in hockey, high school hockey, not even like professional hockey, high school hockey and small town drama. But I'm sat for this book. It's so good. I also think that he tackles such interesting, such big topics, I feel like, in such a concise but beautiful way. There's a chapter about a character in here, or there's just a character in here who deals with loneliness, and the way that he describes it is like so heart-wrenching, but also so stunning. He writes in a way where it's very much just like, this is what it is to be a human kind of thing. Like, you feel these emotions, but he describes it so beautifully. I don't know, I'm obsessed with it, and I really, really like it, which I'm so happy about. Duh, because obviously I love when I love a book. But when I read Anxious People by Frederick Bachman. I'm not sure if I've said that yet, and I just thought it was okay. Like, I was like, yeah, it was a nice story. It was heartwarming in the end, but I like, it kind of took me a lot to get through that book, but this book I like am itching to pick up constantly. So I'm really happy that I'm liking this better than the one other book that I read by him. I feel like also when I like a book, I just keep saying how much I like it, and that's not very helpful because I should probably tell you why. That's all I'm reading for today, and then I will obviously keep you updated as I keep reading.
Well, I don't know what this one's about yet.
I got to page 357. I literally have, what, 5 chapters left? I really want to finish this book, but I'm so tired, so I'm going to sleep. But I feel stupid having updates really, because all I'm saying is how much I love this book and how good it is, and that's really what I'm here to say again. I won't really waste your time though. Obviously I didn't know that much about it. It's so funny that the description is like about hockey, and then like people tell you the book is about hockey, but it's so much more than hockey. But obviously I can't tell you what the so much more is, so then this book is pretty mysterious, I guess. Yeah, honestly I just really want to know how it ends. I am disappointed in myself that I can't stick it through to finish it tonight, but I really just can't stop thinking about going to sleep. So I'm gonna finish it tomorrow and give you my final thoughts. Okay, I finished Beartown earlier today and I gave it 5 stars. This book is so freaking good. I feel like I've never read a book that's written this way. The way that he opens every chapter, or I don't want to say every single chapter, but especially towards the end, it would be kind of like he opens with a question. Like, for example, this chapter opens with what makes someone a leader, and then the entire chapter ties into like that kind of question, which is it's just so amazing the way that the book is structured, really. Or like he starts talking about like one emotion or something like that, and then one of the characters is going through that emotion, or multiple characters are going through that emotion, and you see like different people's perspective of it. It's seriously so good. I really feel like I can't describe what's so good about this book. You really have to like read it and find out, unfortunately. Unfortunately, I can't convey it to you, but not unfortunately that you have to go read it, because I think it's so good that you should go read it. Seriously, I'm so happy I read this book. I immediately went onto my Libby and placed the hold for the next book, which, you know, I feel like says a lot. I'm really excited to get to the next one. But since I finished that, I'm going to move on to Yellowface today. I'm going to start this tonight. This book honestly is not that long. It's like 319 pages. So I'm not like worried about this taking up as much time as Beartown did. Shower, but it's because I'm gonna sit down and read for the rest of the night. I got to page 87 yesterday in Yellowface. I already have to say that this book is so good and so interesting. Really no setup. Like, it kind of is like, this is the main character, this is her friend that's an author, and then she dies. Which is on the back of the book, so it's not a spoiler that her friend dies. So far, I've gotten a lot of glimpses of like the inside of publishing, which is very interesting. I know this book is obviously dramatized, but I'm assuming at least that part sticks to the truth. So it is really interesting to see how that happens. I just want to sit and get as much into this as I can. So that's what I'm gonna do. Tonight while I was reading, and I still really like the story. A lot of interesting things have happened since my last update, but I don't know, I'm kind of losing steam with it. Like, this book is not very long in general, but I kind of wish we were wrapping it up right now. I don't know if that's really fair to say though, because I just got over like a big chunk of action. I just really want to know what happens to her, but like I don't really want to get through the rest of the book to find out. Not in the way that I want to DNF it or anything. I don't know. I also am just very tired and I want to go to sleep. I don't know why. I swear to God, every single video of me at night, I've been like, I'm so sleepy. I need to go to bed. Sorry, I don't know what's wrong with me. But yeah, so that's why I've stopped reading, because I started getting that feeling of being like, oh, okay, like I wish this was over. I'm stopping for today. I'm gonna go to sleep after, you know, hopefully a very well-rested night. I'm going to continue and probably finish the book tomorrow. I'm gonna keep you updated on how I feel, because I feel like outside factors are affecting my judgment.
Are you going?
Yes.
Oh, I mean, I didn't really want to say anything, but we're at the park and I'm gonna read.
Nice. Finger was
I have finished Yellowface, and I'm giving it 3 stars. I like this book a whole lot. I think the writing is amazing. I think the story is amazing. I've never read a book like this before. I do think, though, last night I had mentioned that I was kind of losing steam with this book, but I kind of didn't really care about the story anymore, and I had wondered if it was because I was tired and wanted to go to sleep, or if the book was making me feel like that. And I do think the book was just making me feel like that, because our main character is so unlikable, and that's the point, and I don't like her. So, like, R.X. Kwong did a great great job at that, but that means that I don't really want to spend that much time with her. So then, like I said, this book is already pretty short. I still think it could have been shorter. Well, actually, maybe not. Like, I understand why it was the length it was. I don't think it was like the last quarter of the book was useless or anything. I think it was still important to the story, obviously. I just didn't care anymore because I don't like our main character so much. So that's kind of like where I think I would have rated this book higher if I had liked the main character, but I'm not supposed to like the main character, so then it's kind of difficult to rate it, I guess, or like enjoy it because I don't like the main character and I'm not supposed to like the main character. I really hope what I just said makes sense. I am glad that I read it though. Like, I learned a whole lot about publishing, first of all. And also, I think the use of internet trolls was so interesting in this book because that publishing and internet trolls, I think, are probably usually not in books that I read. So it was really interesting to see that perspective. It honestly was kind of a roller coaster too. But yeah, so I really enjoyed this book. I just think it's hard to rate because of the main character. I would still suggest it though. I think it's a really good book that everyone should check out. I just don't know how I would have rated this higher than a 3, if that makes sense. After reading 2 books I avoided for so long, I really enjoyed my experience reading both of them. I mean, obviously, especially Beartown, considering I gave it 5 stars. Yeah, I think I should start reading books that I've been avoiding more, and I think making a video of it is the perfect excuse. So hopefully you are fine with seeing more of these in the future, and thank you so much for watching today's video, and hopefully I will see you next week.